Core4 Fitness is a sequence of 4 different core activities that strengthen the muscles of the low back hip complex. The number of repetitions done for each activity in this video are done for demonstration purposes only. As your fitness improves, the number of repetition of each activity will also improve as well. This video is divided into 3 parts: lumbar flattening, Core4 basic, Core4 advanced. The ability to do lumbar flattening is the critical first step to improve low back pelvis core stability. Lumbar flattening is being able to flatten the spine and press it against the floor utilizing a slight posterior pelvic tilt. Lumbar flattening is simply being able to arch the back and then flatten the back against the floor. Arch the back and flatten the back against the floor. Arch the back, flatten the back against the floor. By placing my hand under my arched back, I can then flatten my spine against my hand, cueing me to know that I'm flattening the spine. As it becomes easier to flatten the spine against the hand, you can flatten your spine against your fingers, then eventually flatten your spine against the floor. An arched back has room for the hands. A flattened back does not have room for even the fingers. Core4 basic begins with lumbar flattening. Notice how I am able to do lumbar flattening without having to lift my head off the floor. I warm up with the lumbar flattening, and then on the last lumbar flattening, I push my hips up into the air to do a pelvic bridge, which is the first activity of the Core4 basic. Ideally, I get my hips as high as I can into the air. If you need to put your hands to your side, do so in order to get maximal stability. For the pelvic bridge, you either count the number of times you push your hips into the air, or you lift it up and hold it for 10 to 15 seconds. A slightly more challenging pelvic bridge is crossing your arms over your chest or behind your head and lifting your hips up as high as you can. To further add to the challenge, lift your hips up as high as you can, hold it, and can you lift one foot off the floor, keep your hips steady, and lift one foot off the floor. You can straighten your foot out, or you can bring your knee up closer to your chest. And here I'm doing a cross arm knee crunch. All the while keeping my hips as high in the air as I can hold them. If this seems too difficult, that's okay. Keep working on the lumbar flattening, standard 2-foot pelvic bridge, and now move into the variations of planks. Now we move into the second of the Core4 Fitness, the variations of planks. Here I'm demonstrating a simple lumbar flattening technique while facing down. Let your belly drop, then work on lifting your belly up into the air, which results in lumbar flattening. Now as you have your lumbar flattened, start lifting one limb and then the other. And this begins the 4th mobility activity of the Core4, which are variations of planks. All the while lifting your limbs, try to work on keeping your lumbar flat. Now here, can you lift alternating arms and legs? And can you bring them underneath your belly? Now this is a slightly more challenging plank. All the while, you want to keep your lumbars flattened and pressing towards the ceiling. And here I progress, demonstrating other variations of the planks that are steadily more challenging. But all the while, I'm also focused on keeping my lumbar flattened. That is, pressing my low back towards the ceiling. Core stability activities number 3 and 4 of the Core4 basics are the side planks, here on the left side, and then you move to the right. I'm demonstrating the variations of the difficulties you can use for the planks, and you can hold each variation for a certain duration, or you can lift your hips up for certain repetitions and then relax. And then you rotate here to the right side and you repeat. This completes the Core4 Fitness basic mobility sequence. And the more often you do this throughout the day, the stronger your core will get. Core4 Advanced provide a greater challenge than the Core4 Basic. As your fitness improves with these advanced activities, you can find more ways than demonstrated in this video to increase your challenge. How you utilize Core4 Fitness is up to you. Spend 30 minutes completing as many repetitions for each activity. Choose to spend 5 minutes repeating this 6 times throughout the day, or incorporate this within your current fitness routine. The principle is the same. The more mobility activities done daily, the more your fitness will improve.